amazing thing.
Suzanne Evans, thank you very much. Well, we never really perhaps fully understood what Theresa May's Brexit means, but we do know this party was organised by Leave Means Leave. It certainly does. I think this party might go on for some time. Tom.
Okay, Nina, thank you very much. And we are almost there. Brexit is just a few seconds away, as we can see from one of the uncovered faces of Big Ben. 11 o'clock here, that's midnight European time. On the last day of January 2020, we have reached the final moments of the UK's membership of the European Union. In most of our daily lives, we won't notice the difference until the transition period runs out at the end of the year. But the UK will no longer have a say about what happens in the EU, no skin in the game, no influence at the top table. It is a moment many have dreamed of, some have dreaded, but it is very nearly upon us. 47 years at the heart of a project, and here we go. It is done. We are out, officially out of the European Union after almost half a century. The will of the majority of the British people has been granted 1,317 days after it was first expressed. So what will it mean for all of us? What does the future hold? The scenes of total celebration, as you can see there in Parliament, square rapture, joy, possibly all over the country where people are celebrating. There's Edinburgh, where you see a very different reaction, sombre. Allegra and Robert Jane chip in here. This is an extraordinary moment. After all the debate and the argument and the division, here we are.
Yeah, I mean, look, I do feel slightly moved, certainly a bit anxious. And we've got to hope that actually those rather different voices on the European issue, Tony Blair and Boris Johnson, are right. They both said today we've got to make the best of this. We've got to seize the opportunity that actually directing our fate gives us. There are certainly costs. Michael Gomes talked about them. Friction on the border will bring cost to business, but there are also opportunities.
That's quite the party in Parliament Square, isn't it, really? There was Nigel Farage on stage with the other Richard Tice just near him, but that is quite
It's a sweet moment for Nigel Farage. I mean, he largely brought this about, but he is now redundant. I think he would say that, wouldn't he? I think he would say...
Well, he'd sort of say he's waiting to see whether Boris Johnson honours what he said in terms of leaving the transitional arrangements at the end of the year. But he's sort of watching brief for a bit.
I think, one of the things that we can't underestimate is...
belting out the national anthem. Sorry to interrupt, Jane, but there they are singing the national anthem. Just listen to that. Sorry, I'll pick up with you in a moment, just as a listen to it for a moment. I love the way they put the words up. That's Jane, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we've talked a lot about things not changing and, lots of uncertainty about what's going to happen. But we can't underestimate the importance of symbolism in politics. If you're a Leave voter, you thought democracy was just in an absolute shocking state for the last 3.5 years, and here's your moment. So that satisfaction with democracy, that pride, that kind of excitement and real joy.
Well, this is fireworks over Morley. I mean, we talked about, Ed Balls' old seat, once upon a time, hard to imagine being Tory, and yet, here they're celebrating Brexit.
And these are the areas in the country, those more rural areas, outside cities, coastal areas, not Morley, but these parts of the country that have really felt like they've been excluded from the national conversation.
I mean, there is so much that government can do in terms of investing in trains, railways, infrastructure, and trying to encourage economic regeneration.
Although I can't actually see him. Oh, there he is. Yes, Nigel, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Let's face it, wherever you stand, this is quite a historic moment. What are your own personal reflections? It took you many, many, many years to get here. You must have often thought you weren't going to make it. What's your feeling tonight?
Well, you're right. I mean, 27 years of campaigning, and many of them I thought maybe I'd become the patron saint of lost causes, but hey, here we are in Parliament Square. We've left the European Union. We've become a free, independent, sovereign country. And the remarkable thought I've got is that this is a grassroots rebellion that overturned the establishment, and it proves something. whatever the faults in our system, we're still a democratic nation. And I think all over the country, there are huge celebrations going on.
This is a new beginning for sure. What do you personally most want to see in a year or 3 years or 5 years? What's the change that you would be most hanging out for?
I want to see our self-confidence come back. I'm sick to death of hearing people say we're not big enough, we're not strong enough, we're not good enough to negotiate our own trade deals, make our own laws. Let's start to believe in Britain. Let's start to believe in our people. And then let's start to reach out to other parts of the world, the Commonwealth, America. There's a huge world out there. Europe is a small backyard. This is a very, very exciting prospect, but we must start to believe in ourselves.
There's huge celebrations behind you. It's obviously brought great joy to a great many people tonight. There are people, as you well know, who are not celebrating, for whom it's a very sad evening. What would you say to them tonight?
Even Tony Blair today said, we are leaving, don't look backwards, let's get on and make a success of it. And if Lord Adonis doesn't want to use the 50p coin, he looks like a member of the Flat Earth Society. It's done. The war is over. Let's move on.
What does this mean for you personally? As we discussed at the start of this interview, you have campaigned for this for so many years. It's dominated so many aspects of your life. I mean, are you done with politics? Are you retiring? Do you move on to another cause?
No, I will keep a watching brief on the next stage. If Boris Johnson sticks to his promises, I will praise him to the rafters. If he starts to give in, then I'll start to sound the alarm bell. No, I'm not going to run away. I want to see this through to the very end. But the important thing is, tonight, we passed the point of no return. It's a massive, huge, historic moment.
Enjoy your celebration. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. I think we can be sure of that. Now, in a moment, we'll hear from Leave voters how it feels to finally be out. And
a new and a greater united Europe.
No! No! No!
We will give the British people a referendum.
we'll look back through the archive and how it came to this, the characters and the casualties of half a century.
We're out the EU.
And now out of Europe. Join me for that in just a couple of minutes.